Give this a minute. Oh, I'm already over time. What's up, World Wide Web? Daddy, the hunting guy. Former, or I guess you could say the angry guy, but welcome to Daddy's Toy Review, Episode 1. Or if you're still counting the Angry Guy days, Episode 101, maybe? I don't remember. It's been 5 years, guys. 5 long years since I actually got here on YouTube and did one of these. And honestly, I was looking forward to it. Went through, got some all new equipment because let's face it, we need it. And I'm taking those off so everybody can actually see me. I'm going to hold off a little bit before I start too much, just because of the fact that, well, it's, like I said, it's been a while. I don't know who I was going to see this. Hopefully, some people do. And so I said, this shit ain't for kids, because I chew a lot, especially when I do these shows. Always did, and we'll continue to as long as we're doing the show. As you can see, we are live in 4K. I know everybody can hear me real well because I love the new microphone setup. I love the new camera setup. Sadly, it's actually showing how much gray I actually have gotten in the last 5 years. Because I don't think the last videos I did, I don't think there was hardly any gray here. But like I said, it's been 5 long years since we've done any of these. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this back in the angry guy mode or just do it as an avid toy collector who enjoys, going out looking for toys, hunting them down, finding them, especially the Masters of the Universe line, bringing them on here and taking a look at them. Because we've had a lot of stuff come out in 5 years as far as Masters of the Universe goes. In between all the Origins figures that's come out, the Masterverse figures, the Masters WWE Superstars line, the Masters Thundercats line, the Masters Transformers line, which unfortunately we have one that will be on hand today. I just realized we're going to talk about Scareglow, and I just about forgot to pull one down for the party. Like I said, I'm giving everybody a little bit of time. Let's see how I got to do this. I might have to send somebody a link to this. Let's see who shows up. I know there's probably going to be at least 2 people that watch this tonight while I'm doing this. Maybe 3. And I'm hoping that over the course of, or after this video is over, everybody can go through and share it with fellow Motu collectors, fellow toy collectors, so they can somewhat get an idea about what we're going to be doing. If it's toys and, anything other than Motu, I'll just be taking a look at it and everything, give an idea about what we got. Um, if it's Motu, of course. If I'm looking at a particular figure like I'm going to do tonight, well, I'm going to go through and be probably, I said I wasn't going to. I was like, you know what, the old magic works, so let's just take it in like that. Um, we'll take a look at some of the uh, some other figures we've gotten, or let me rephrase that. We'll take a look at previous iterations from other Motu lines. Like I said, tonight we're going to do the Origins Scareglow. We're going to take a good look at it. Um, waiting to see if my support team shows up. Oh, okay. All right, share to Messenger. James, Kevin. I'll send one to Ben, even though he probably won't be on. Let's see. Try to make sure. All right. So, like I said, trying to get everybody in as far as my support team, and hopefully, as hey, there's Manning, there's Manlore, aka the keeper of the books. Anybody that remembers the original run when it was the angry guy doing the show. Uh, James was he's always been extremely instrumental in things whenever I couldn't remember. James, if you can hear me, oh man, tell you what, 5 years, and let's face it, in that 5 years, you're halfway responsible for what's behind me, and partially responsible for helping me keep on a reasonable course. You know, helping, along with my wife, uh, you as well as help keep me sane, especially with some of the stuff that we've all dealt with. But yeah, you are responsible for about half of this back here, and you know it. Oh, I see we have two people in here. Man, I'm gonna have to go back to glasses because honestly, I can oh crap, no, I'm not either. I was looking at it better before. The new 4K camera, it's like really, I'm like closer, or it looks like I'm closer than what I am to the screen or to the camera. Anyways, but yeah, it has been 5 years. Like I said, we're going to take a look at different toys. It ain't just going to be Masters Universe. However, that was a good way for me to restart the show because a lot of people know that, or a lot of my friends know I'm a huge Motu collector. Yeah, you're right, James. It has been one wild ride, without a doubt. Oh, so I was trying to give Kevin a minute to, because he hit me up about wanting to be involved in the party. Because let's face it, it wouldn't be a party without the two of you. I would say Ruddy too, but we ain't heard him Ruddy from a long time. Oh yeah, Motu is definitely a top toy, but there's true. There's a lot of great toys out there. Um, in case anybody notices in the background over there, um, we will be taking a look at the Motu movie figures that's come out probably next episode. I'm still trying to get a hold of some more. I have managed to grab the Origin style He-Man and Spike Ore, and so far all 6 of the smaller figures that's come out. I think a lot of people saw the He-Man, the Beastman, and Teela that came out earlier today. I was at the store and they had the movie Skeletor, Mechanic, and Skele Warrior, I think it was. Yeah, the Core Kids line. Yeah. Anyways, there's now 6 of them that's come out. And I think they have a Battle Cat for it too. I haven't picked that up yet. It is on my agenda to try to pick up probably tomorrow. So yeah. So for the return, I thought let's go with Scareglow because, in all honesty, in the original Filmation, I don't think we ever saw Scareglow in the original Filmation cartoon. Um, I know he came out with the vintage line. He was like late in the run, but I am talking about this fella right here who is missing his halberd and his cape. However, with the price I got him for, nope, just in the books. That's what I thought. But honestly, I never had a chance to get a hold of this one as a kid. Picked him up last year. Got a pretty good deal on him, honestly. And he does still somewhat glow. I'm hoping that him sitting in the sunlight or in the lights here in the office, that maybe he will start glowing again. Because I've noticed at times going through the living room, because I had him in a case in there, that every once in a while I'd see like a faint glow or something off of him. But I always wonder if someone with the face sculpt with Scareglow, if they didn't go through and use a little bit of the Skeletor look and then just basically gave us a bald Skeletor, head. But I mean, still impressive as hell. And like I said, yeah, you're right. I got damn lucky to have scored him at the price that I did. I said, as somebody who didn't have one as a kid, he is starting to kind of darken, like on the arms, legs, and head. Take a red LED light, and I'm gonna have to do that later because I don't have any. Wait a minute. We all did not see that. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Shit, I just now realized you were here. Realize I do have an LED bulb in the light that's helping with the lighting in here. Try not to get him too close. Oh shit. Hang on. I wonder if I can pull this off. We are going to make the vintage Scareglow glow again. He's getting there. I did not know that would happen. Thank you, James. That's cool shit. That's why I always see that little glow. But anyways, yeah. Always loved this Scareglow character. Like I said, it kind of sucked I never was able to get one as a kid. But Didn't manage to pick one up. Oh, let's put him over. I should have put. I need to put like a table right here, so I got to reach all the way over here to grab these guys. Kevin, you missed out, or I don't know, maybe you missed out. I don't know. As I was going through and actually giving you and James your flowers earlier for everything you guys helped me with when I did the Angry Guy show all those years ago. James, if I get a chance to tomorrow and we go over to HQ, I'll see if they've got, maybe somebody's brought one in. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. So let's look at the vintage one now. I know, of course, with New Adventures. Okay. We never got one with New Adventures. Of course, I'm pretty sure also he was never in New Adventures. And if you're wondering why I didn't prepare like a thing about Scareglow, it's because actually that book has like disappeared. It is somewhere here in the house. I just don't know where. It's driving me nuts. So then, as far as the figures go, next time we actually got a Scareglow figure was actually when the classics came out. And that's when we got this bad boy. And you talk about a hard bad boy to come up with, but especially when it had his halberd and the thing for Grayskull with the chain and everything still attached. I know this bad boy still glows because every time I shut the lights off in this office, I see him glowing every damn time. But yeah, honestly, probably is the best one that was ever done as far as any of the ones that we have gotten since then. Yeah, and the key is still in here. So yeah, one of these days I will get a Grayskull. But yeah, I mean, and the articulation on this sucker, just the details that they did with this one was freaking awesome, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now, like I said, we got the classics one. I'm holding off on the Origins one, guys. When Masterverse came out, they did two of them. They did a Comic-Con one, which I don't have a loose Comic-Con one. I have one in the box that's put up. But I did have the Masterverse Scareglow. I do have his halberd, but it's sitting on the shelf still. Wasn't nearly a fan of this one. Just because of the fact that honestly the only thing that really glows is his head. I think sometimes it looks like the bones are, but still, I mean, they kept him accurate as far as the Master Universe Revelation cartoon goes with how they depicted him on there. And actually yeah, James, definitely the head. That was one of the things that where I kind of really didn't like too much was how small the head was compared to the rest of the body. Honestly, for me, to be honest, this almost reminded me of like a 2000X figure because how big some of the bodies were, but then you had the smallest head on them. But I say they gave you the cloth cape for him, which was a nice touch. Wish they had done that with the Origins one. I mean, hell, if they could do it with this one, why didn't they do it with that one? Now, like I said, I'm holding off before I do the main event. The one I said I was going to talk about. This was a recent pickup. Was the Motu Transformers mashup line that they did. They only did 4 figures. Here's one of the 4. They did him. They did Skeletor, He-Man, and Man-at-Arms. Honestly, of the 4 of them, I think I probably like this one the best. And I have noticed that he does glow some. I wonder if the LED trick will work with him too. I should have fixed my light back the way I had it. I know I can get the arms to glow a little bit, but once again, we're back with that plastic cape. I don't know, James. I didn't really like the Skeletor one that much, but it probably is like I'm like you is probably like number 2 on the list. Kevin, I'll tell you right now, just seeing your comment about the key there with the classic Scareglow. Honestly, I think if James hadn't said something about it, I would have never known it was in there. Because every time I'd shake it around, the rattling, I'd just think it was the chain. So then we get to this bad boy, who did come out in 2020. However, I think where I was on the tail end of doing the Angry Guy videos, I had not gotten around to doing him. But honestly, it was nice to see, that in the early waves, and I think this was part of wave 2. Yeah, wave 2. They gave us a Scareglow. So it was really nice to see him, on card. Now, I have another Scareglow on card that actually does not have the new for 20 on it. It's just like this. Love the artwork on the back. Now, yeah, somehow, James, I don't know how I managed to get so lucky to have. Well, wait a minute. I remember how I got lucky because I was always hitting Walmart and would go through and scope out the boxes when they had them on the pallets before they put them out. But yeah, the artwork on the back and everything is always really cool to see. And everything. And yeah, I know they all still glow. It's always cool. We'll pull out the actual one here. Now, James, correct me if I'm wrong. The vintage one, it had a cloth cape, if I remember right. Let's see. Because honestly, okay, I thought so. Because every time I've seen people do like repros and it seemed like they were always cloth. I wasn't sure if the actual vintage one did have the cloth cape or if it was the rubber plastic feel. Because anytime I see them over at the toy store, most of them don't have everything with it. But yeah, I like how they did update his face a little bit. And how hard is it going to be to get that clear? That camera's so focused on me, it's not funny. But yeah, to go through and honestly do him up almost identical to the vintage was great. But also adding the articulation, which in the staff they made glow in the dark one. See things I did not know. But I always thought he was a really cool figure. You know, when I got older, when I was collecting the vintage ones as a kid, I think I said this, you know, previous videos, you know, where I got out of collecting Motu for a while. I grew up and then lost all the ones, or most of the ones I had. But yeah, I do like the fact that, you know, like I said, it's got all the articulation again. So yeah, that was a nice little touch and everything. Like I said, I just really wish they went with the cloth cape. I said they could do it with the. I think James had a point earlier. Maybe I'll take the cape off of this one, put him on this one. Yeah, honestly, I mean, for any of the Motu collectors, this was definitely. Yes, I wanted one to say Skeletor died and came back as Scareglow. You know, honestly, I could have almost seen them doing that with the, if they had ever gotten around or been able to do a sequel to the '87 movie. I could see something like this happening. But yeah, honestly, I think they. This is probably one of the best ones of the Origins line. That for the early waves, because I mean, honestly, between knee issues with the female characters, uh, the head sculpts on the original or on the first wave He-Man Skeletor. I mean, Orko, you can't really screw up. He was what he was. So yeah, definitely a cool throwback. Mini comic book. They said he was the Ghost Skeletor. I wonder how they went from Ghost of Skeletor to um, the Spectre of Subternia, or what? Yeah, I think that's what Spectre of Subternia. I think is what they called him in the Revelation cartoon. But yeah, so yeah, definitely a definitely nice little. Okay, and see, that's a good thing to know that, you know, the classics wanted to make him his own guy. Um, like I said, I never saw the card. Hold on, I do realize I do have the book for the toys that came out. Hang on. We'll call this Bible 2.0. So he's a bounty hunter. Liz. A lot of times I will forget about having this. Okay. First released in '87. Skeletor utilizes his body, except slightly bigger feet than original Skeletor release. Body features painted on skeleton. Yeah, with the moniker of Evil Ghost of Skeletor on the packaging. Hmm. However, included mini comic search for Kildor, Skeletor summons Scareglow from time and space, commanding him as his henchman. Until employees recalled Scareglow being intended as another minion of Skeletor. I'll be damned. Well, see the things you can learn from time to time. Of course, I know when this book came out. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess we can go into the 2000X section and just see. Yeah, they sure. We all know about the classics one because we were just talking about that. Which we've got that one here. Da, da, da. That is pretty sweet on that one. Is there any other? Yeah, this book just covers from the vintage all the way to the Super 7 figures that came out. Yeah, I sure wish I'd taken a look at that book beforehand. I've looked at it from time to time, just hadn't really, just see what all the toys there was. Never really read the thing. So, might have to read that one some too. And hopefully by the time I do episode 2 here in about 2 weeks, I've got the other book back so we can go through and do a whole look at the different canons that's been there. UK Masters Universe Adventures Magazine. Scareglow is a creature conjured by Skeletor in his own image from light energy. I'll be damned. Like I said, this is where I miss having the other book. Like I said, I don't know where it's went. Like I said, 5 years. Things have been moved around, as you can tell, definitely in this office. And for anybody else that watches this video afterwards, I think I did show at one point where I'd gotten Avenged Eternia, which is up there. You can partially see some of it. And of course, the Origins one back there. That'll be one of those videos that probably it's just as important, folks. That one, whenever I do, take a look at the Eternia, that'll be one that will definitely have to be taped because I'll have to do that off my phone. Just due to the fact of trying to move the camera around to show everything will be a pain in the ass. So doing the phone will be easier. But yeah, that was taking a good look at some of these Scareglow figures we've gotten over the years. I really wish with like the 2000X line that maybe, because I know they did some figures that weren't, but I think it's like bust or something like that. That we didn't get to see in the cartoon. It'd been nice to have seen those because, like, I know some of the Horde members were on there, even though we never got to see the Horde on the 2000X cartoon. So honestly, like Scareglow, it was actually nice to see them throw him in on Revelations and at the beginning of Revolution. And since we're on the subject of Motu projects, I've got 3 viewers now. Wow. Might be an all-time high. As we know, June 5th is not too far away, just a couple weeks away. And for the first time in 39 years, we are getting a new Masters of the Universe movie. We've all seen the trailers at this point. So let's just look at it like this. And I think I said this when Revelation came out. I think I said this. Yeah, I know I said this before Revelations came out. We all need to go into this with an open mind, considering the fact that every iteration of the cartoons, or even the movie for that matter, has went through and had a different take on the entire canon, the lore. This one right here actually looks more, hang on a second, looks more to the original. Hang on, guys. They don't have them. Yeah, look, he's looking at one right now. Oh, all right. Back to the movie talk. Well, I forgot I was filming the first episode in 5 years. Um, anyways, for anybody that has seen the trailer, this is actually looking really good at this point. We are getting, like I said, something different, which wouldn't be different from what we've seen, whether it been New Adventures, 2000X, Revelations, the movie, the 87 movie. But this looks more like what we've all been wanting for almost 40 years. And just to give everybody a fair heads up, I do plan on doing a reaction video after I go see it. So don't be surprised if in the morning of June 5th, y'all wake up and there's like a new video from me, because I have every intentions on seeing it Thursday night. Just to be perfectly honest. If anybody wants to come up and go watch it with me, come join the party. Because me and my wife just said we are going to be there to actually see this. And I honestly cannot wait. Because like I said, I've looked at like Regal Cinemas. They're saying June 4th. They had like 2 different showing times for it. And I'm going to look again just to make sure. As soon as I find that. Because I was like, ooh, I got to go. Coming soon. Masters, yep. Master Universe, okay. So on June 4th, oh, yeah, I might have to take a day off the next day. RPX showings at 2 and 520, and then standard recliner seatings 320, 650, and 1020. They're saying this movie is going to be 2 hours 20 minutes. And that's on the 4th of June. So yeah, it's going to happen. Oh yeah, this movie's definitely going to be worth seeing in the theaters. It's going to be worth seeing overall. Like I said, 40 years of us waiting. Almost 40 years of this. Been waiting for this. And I'll say it right now. There will probably be tears streaming down my face as this movie begins. Not crying because I'm upset about something. No. Those tears will be of joy to get to see He-Man look like close to like He-Man. Seeing Battle Cat on there. Man at Arms. Teela. Roboto. Skeletor. Beastman. And a Beastman actually looks like Beastman, not a Beastman that looks like Grizzlor. Yeah, see Skeletor looking as good, and said with the trailer, he looks really good. Looks like, if I remember right, I think they got somebody else to like do the character itself, but Jared Leto's voice, I could be wrong. I know Jared Leto's supposed to be Skeletor, unless that boy went through and jacked himself up, much like the kid who's playing He-Man, Prince Adam did. Um, I know from seeing some of the trailers and all that. I just don't want to go and a tall guy in camo and beard gets up and blocks my view. Just saying. Well, I will probably be like right in the middle of the theater anyway. So for everybody in the 4 rows behind me at Regal, sorry, that will be me though. I can't wait to see Eternia brought to life. Or I can't wait to see Eternals brought to life. I'm hoping in time we get to see Eternia brought to life. And Kevin, just to clear us up now, when I go see that movie, my ass ain't gonna be in camo. I have teased my wife with the whole theory of I may go into the attic and find the to see the Horde or the Snake Man. Hopefully the Horde first. And so it will bring up a really great sequel. But anyways, I'm teasing going up into the attic and finding either my He-Man bodysuit or my Skeletor bodysuit that I've done for Halloween's past. And actually get the foam sword out, because I'm pretty sure Regal won't let me walk in there with that 4-foot power sword that I own. You need to go as Fisto. Alright, I'm probably going to have to go to the toy store and see if I can find some of those Hulk hands. Even though I would hate to ruin that Hulk hand, but turn that son of a buck silver and do some work to it to make it look like it's a metal fist and go wearing that thing. Yeah. This question is, do I do vintage Fisto style or 2000X Fisto look? Hellboy one. Ooh, the hunt is on. Unless I could go through and you've given me ideas now, James. So I'm thinking I've got enough Legos here I could go through and make a container, and I've got enough stuff here to make the the mold. So yeah, now I've got ideas. There's only one problem with this though. Yeah, I could do the armor out of foam. That's true. Um, where Fisto was redheaded, and I'm not. And unfortunately, no one's got the hair and beard spray stuff. And I'm not dyeing my shit red because I will never hear the end of it at work. But it's definitely got me thinking now. Hey, with foam, I won't be so cold in the movie theater. But don't think I'm wearing no furry breeches, alright? Forget that crap. But yeah, definitely got some ideas now. My other thought, James was, and Kevin, was King He-Man. That I could pull off too, or King Randor. I could pull one of those two. Hey, looky there. There is the keeper of Orko's Keep, Ben Massa. Ooh. Ben, since you're just now joining the party, um, we did the whole taking a look at these Scareglow figures that we've gotten in the past before, or throughout the years. Then got on the upcoming movie talk. And then somehow it went to, oh yeah, that's right, I caused that one, on threatening to dress up as like He-Man or Skeletor for the movie premiere. So if there's reports of somebody in Lexington going dressed up as like either like King He-Man, um, King Randor, or Fisto here in Lexington, it probably would be me that did it. Like I said, I'll have to grab the foam sword just because of the fact that, as was talked about earlier, there's no way they're going to let me walk into the movie theater with a 4-foot stainless steel power sword. Yeah, I honestly think I could pull off King He-Man or King Randor's due to the fact that, well, as much as I'm graying, and they are older, so it could be done. The Keldor I could pull off with the Skeletor suit and just get some. You know, James, you just got me on that one. Forgot about Man at Arms. If you go with the Revolution Man at Arms, see now you guys have just given me a crap ton of ideas that I had not thought about until this point. But yeah, I will be, like I said, at Regal Cinemas. James, if you and Jax do want to go, let me know, and I'll make sure that you got you got tickets and everything. Um, make sure you're there beside me and Brittany. Keep trying. she's been teasing going dressed up as Catra. Yes, and you could do it where you got kicked out of the palace. Ooh. Ooh. Yep, I'm gonna have to get to work on things because I got a month to go. And that means I'm gonna have to be going through, and since I can pull it off now, say, yep, the Revelations Man at Arms when he's kicked out. Yeah, that would be a good one. You know, the more I think about it, guys, doing Man at Arms for the movie, I don't want to go through and disrespect Idris Elba, who's playing Man at Arms. I don't want to. Which I mean, honestly, if they're gonna have somebody do it, I couldn't think of a better person to play Duncan. See, now you guys got me looking because I know I'm gonna end up doing it. Yeah, definitely. Idris was the perfect candidate. Like I said, I'll say, James, won't you come dressed up as Fisto? I'll do King Randor. And then when the movie's over, we'll recreate the scene where he gets kicked out of the palace. Kevin, I'll say this right now. You will definitely want to get the movie Man at Arms because yeah, they did a really nice job with him. I'll say with the Chronicles set, they did a really good job with it. Yeah, I was Ben, I saw that too on one of the clips they were showing on YouTube with the with some of the trailer stuff they were doing. They had him talking about that how he is a lifelong Motu fan. Kevin, so far that's what I'm mostly doing with the smaller ones and the Chronicles ones. The Origin style ones, I am getting a set to. I just realized I was pointing the wrong way. Set to keep on card, and I've already opened up a set of the two that's come out so far. Um, you can't really see it because it's kind of dark, but that is the movie He-Man sitting there on Eternia, and somewhere with the villains over there is the purple Spikor. Yeah, I'm waiting to see when they do the Origin style Man at Arms. I've seen something about a 4-pack. I don't know if Man at Arms was included in that 4-pack set or not. I am really curious about that, but I honestly can't wait until they do. They put that out. Um, Now, if anybody saw the eDaddy's toy review on YouTube page, I did post something up that I felt that was needed to be said. And I think Ben got a kick out of it too, because we've already seen the detractors coming out about this. Um, Everybody's talking about, okay, Man at Arms is supposed to be white. It is and I couldn't agree more with the comment on this. I'll say it's a fantasy adventure movie. It does not look like a discontinued bodybuilding. No, wrong one. about it's been a toy box fantasy world, not a documentary about the ethnic purity on Eternia. Only real requirement is whether the character works on screen. If you go to the page, Kevin, scroll down a little bit past some of the videos and stuff that I put on there, or the attempts where I was trying to set everything up, because back whenever I was doing the videos, and Kevin, you know this very well, here was the laptop that we used to film and do all the live streams. It's still here. This mainly gets used for my office work as far as my job. Seriously. Brittany went through, she had a gaming laptop that honestly worked a hell of a lot better for me. And then the old camera is still here. But it's a 2K camera. So I went through and got me a new 4K camera so everything would look a lot better. What the hell happened here? Where's my list? Oh, my Netflix. No, I'm not watching the damn Rousey Carino fight. I'll look that up later. Even though probably later on I probably will end up watching the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight, because I really want to see it. Not change subject. I would really like to see Rousey. Yeah, it's actually going on tonight. It started maybe about an hour and a half ago. I guarantee you it's not to the main event yet. If it's anything like the damn Jake Paul, Mike Tyson shit, or the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua thing, it will probably be closer to midnight before that fight happens. You know, zit on my nose. It's just the way this damn the light off the TV over here is portraying it. That's mean, dude. I know there were some other fights going on tonight. With the old camera. Oh, yep, they're getting ready for the main event. Honestly, I've taken this a little bit longer than I thought I was going to. Or took a note. No, in the couple weeks leading up to me restarting these videos, like I said, I thought about doing it off the camera on the computer. It didn't look all that great. Then the way the 2K camera looked, it was better, but still not all that. So then I found a good deal on a real nice 4K camera. And I thought, man, I gotta try this. Especially after the WrestleMania and Backlash review videos look like crap. So I was like, all right, it's time for some new stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna say, in the 4K camera, I'm loving the way this looks. And then the lighting in here, because everybody knows before I would have all the lights on, so then there would be this, No. And then the light that I have over here, I had it hanging like above, and it still glared real bad. So I was like, Brittany come up with the idea. She's like, hey, won't we put it over here on the side and have it facing upward and off to the side? Yes, definitely. Now I decided to go with use the headset for all this. Honestly, James, me and the customs, I mean, I've got some customs on here, and I'll probably will as these videos progress. The only other suggestion she had, and I thought about it, but I was like, and it may yet happen. However, I may get like a blue or green sheet to put like not exactly behind me, but maybe like behind the Eternia back there, so that way, honestly, everybody can't see the huge stack of boxes and totes back there. Because even though, like, okay, I know one box shows a Craftsman shop vac, there's not a Craftsman shop vac in there. In fact, if I remember right, I think it's a box full of Funko Pops. But yeah, with the amount of stuff all stacked back there, um, it's well, yeah, that's true, James. Everybody knows that, and Ben, you're right. It does look like I'm a real collector with all the toys and everything, and then the box is full of toys back there. Just trying to, including a steel boxed up Eternia back there. James, you talk about the Motu bed sheets. So there was somebody at Comic Con that did have a set of those that they were using as a cover for their booths during the night, and I tried to get the guy to sell them to me. So I'm gonna hunt that down. Okay, that fight is not next. Instead, we're getting Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. And I bet you, guarantee it's going to be midnight here. I know, Ben. Tell me about it. Bummer he wouldn't sell. But I think if you look at some of the older videos, you can tell where. And I know Kevin knows I have them. James knows I have them. I want to say it's the Transformers and Voltron bed sheets back there, hanging over the um, garage door. Even though I've got the garage door fully insulated and sealed up, um, it's I got them like hanging over it. And a lot of times you really couldn't see them unless I had the setup here and everything was facing back that way. Before I got like this huge, massive, what do you want? How do I want to call this? I got a crap ton of boxes or totes full of toys from somebody that is in this chat right now. Like I said at the beginning of the video, he is responsible for half of the stuff that is behind me. No, Kevin, it does not, because since then, I've actually gotten the garage carpeted. So, because I think I had like some other carpet in like certain sections of the garage. Now I've got like fully carpeted. So yeah, there's no beer smelling here. I do still have the bottle of Motu rum that was bought. I think right prior to that, one of the last videos that I did, that uh, you and me, Kev, did here inside the studios back when everything was way out the other end down there, and way before half that stuff showed up. Like I said, there's one box back there. Oh, that rum's not gone. I still have it. I think other than the night that me and Kevin did that video, we took, Kev, if I remember right, one shot a piece of that because of how strong that was. And then there might have been another night that I took like a shot of it. And it's, as time has rolled on, it has gotten a little strong. I'll say I like my rum mixed with Coke. Y'all know that. But whew, that kicked you in the boo boo. That definitely, see, look, every time the light glares, Ben, I wish, you know what? I'm gonna get that bottle down because I know right where it's at. It's actually above my head. That's gonna be the next thing I'm investing in, is a wireless headset without falling to my death here. Man down. What was it? 40% alcohol, which, I mean, most rums are like not all that. Yes, Kev, here's the infamous bottle of Motu rum. Wait a minute, I think I know the other night it was actually, wait a minute, there's been like a total of like 4 shots taken out of this. Yeah. Yeah, I found that at Liquor Bar, or Kev, you were with me when we found this at Liquor Barn, weren't you? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Whew. Honestly, at this point, this shit smells straight up like bourbon. I'm just wondering if it really is bourbon. They just call it Motu rum for some odd reason. I don't really know if got something on it. But yeah, I can say we have this. It's here. Yeah. Kev, the margarita mixed up is long gone. Long gone. Exactly, Ben. This, and James, hopefully we don't put you on the ground. You'll have to smell this, as like I said. But yeah, I remember, I think I did a shot of it on one of the, or mixed it in with some Coke. during one of the, it may have been during the one other video, but the only other time I took like a shot of it out was um, the night that I participated in the Mega Waffle and won. So yeah, other than that, it is still like up to like here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you can't really. Government one. Oh. Motu rum imported and bottled by Treasure Island Distillery, San Francisco, California. MotuRum.com. Yeah, I remember like we took one shot of that and we were like, holy shit. Ben, look, I guarantee you, there ain't gonna be none missing out of it if you find a way to make your way down here in September. By the way, I might as well go ahead and do a plug for it now. No, I'm not getting paid by anybody to do this. If I was, Ben, you would know the guys that would help me out on this. September, James, help. Was it the 10th and 11th or 11th and 12th? Motu Fest, Cincinnati, Ohio, 13th, 14th. Okay, thank you, Ben. Because it's weird because the weekend before, yeah, I'm honestly going back and looking myself because I'm like really curious. Da, 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 da. 12th and 13th. Yeah, because the weekend before, Lexington Comic Con is doing a fall Comic Con, and I was already asked about working it, and I told them there was no way I was going to be able to, just due to the fact of I'm going to be able to do that one and then turn around the following weekend, head up to Cincinnati. Then I'm about, okay, it depends on how one drives. For most people, it's about an hour, hour and 15. For me, it's about 45 minutes. Which is also why Kevin and his wife would not let me drive anywhere if they were in a vehicle. Kevin would. But, yeah. Yeah, it was oh, you must be in one of those fancy Wind Raiders. No, I have a tank. And the driver has a lead foot. even though, I try not to drive all that bad anymore. But no, let's say the distance. I think it said it was like actually like an hour to the convention center where they're going to be doing that. So you have 45 minutes to an hour, because I know it's going to be between traffic and find parking for that. Ought to be some fun. Of course, if the gas prices don't go down, I may seriously either A, invest in a campsite, or and a piss break for the old men. Yeah. No, if it's just us guy, no, if it's just me in vehicle, I'll do the trucker route. Have me a milk jug in there and just whip it out, piss, and throw it out the window like fuck this shit. I ain't stopping. However, I have a good feeling that I'm going to have James with me. So yeah, James, you're right. We'll be making pit stops for ourselves. Yeah, that's true. Could sleep in the truck for that one. Like I said, if gas prices don't go down, because otherwise, going back and forth for 2 days up there will seriously alter um, how much stuff I walk out of there with. James, you opened the door. You opened Pandora's box with Kevin on that one. Ben, I hope you can make it up. I really do. I'll say overall, I think it would be a damn good time for everybody whose whiskers getting scratched first in the morning. Yeah, so far, James, I am seeing a lot of quite a few of the members from Lucky Legends planning on showing up. I do know that. I know Johnson's already got his tickets. I need to quit hitting the thing on the desk so the camera stops shaking. Um, I really want. I'm really planning on. The thing I want to get a hold of is that Mondo release for this. Even though I'm not a big Mondo guy, um, just a chance to get a hold of something like that, where hopefully it says like Motu Fest exclusive or PowerCon exclusive. I wouldn't care what kind of exclusive it said on the box. It would be pretty neat to get something like that. Mondo Manerons. Is that the one that that they're already doing the pre-orders for? There was one that a couple weeks ago, some of the guys at Legends, somebody did the Mustache Bash. I think it was the one. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Is the one that's pre-ordered. It's supposed to be coming out here in the next month or two, I think. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, looking forward to. Yeah, I saw that too. That prehistoric battle cat, and yeah, I saw that. I definitely want to get a hold of that because I think that honestly, if I could get like two of those, um, I would probably honestly take one out of the box, and with the custom King Grayskull that I made for to go with Eternia back there, um, put him up on that one, kind of like in the Battle Lion that we got with the classics. Ooh, I also have it on the website too. Sweet. Yeah, we definitely want to try to come out of there as much as possible. Um, I would have loved to have honestly tried to have gotten like a booth there at Motu Fest and unloaded some of the stuff, some of the excess stuff that I recently acquired, like this guy here. Of course, then um, Ben, Kevin, and Kevin, I may have said something to you about this. Ben, I know, or James, I know I've definitely said something to you. Um, the game plan was to try to do like a wheel, a wheel of wonder is what I was going to call it. Um, After the show on the Facebook page. Um, so, and I don't remember. I don't know, Ben, if you're a member of the E Daddy's Toy Review on E Daddy's Toy Review on YouTube Facebook page. Um, but I know I'm getting ready to go through and start going through the list of members that's on there because it's saying that I've got like 963 members now because I went through and I was looking through the list earlier and was spotting like all kinds of spam accounts, bots, stuff like that. And I started going through and just blocking them off page, kicking them off there. Um, but still, considering fact, not at that point it was like 971 members at that point. Um, for a page that was about this channel or toys I had found, and honestly had not done a whole lot with it in 5 years. Like I think I'd post something here and there going, thinking about going to get the channel restarted, or look what I picked up, and never got around to it. But the list of members just kept growing, and whenever I started to get serious about restarting the channel, I went on there and saw 970 members at that point, and I was like, holy shit. So yeah, Ben, I'll make sure to go through and I'll say if you can't find it, I'll try to send you an invite to the page. Kevin, are you still a member of it, or do you know? Because if you are, then if you are, great. If not, I'll make sure to get you re-added. Um, but what I want to try to do is, yes, definitely try to grow the page. Also grow the number of subscribers here. I think so, but it might be my old one. I'll look and I'll make sure. Yep, James, I will catch you later too. Yeah, I probably ought to get off here before too long too, and I will here in a few minutes after I finish this. Um, Guys, I'll make sure you guys got the, definitely are on the Facebook page. Like I said, I want to grow the page some more. And if you guys know people that um, are looking for, you know, for Origins, um, and everything. I'm probably going to start trying to like do a wheel on there. And if my other videos end up going as long as this one is, and we're already at like an hour 25, I'll probably start doing the wheel before the show. But yeah, let's just keep it to the U.S. members only, Ben. And it's nothing against the international guys, but with all the standards that they have for international shipping nowadays, and it's ridiculous. So in fact that I know, like, all right, me and my wife, we've got a friend that lives in England, and like we have to pay taxes on getting it shipped over, along with all the shipping fees for international shipping. But then for the people that get that stuff, whenever we ship something over to them, then they've got to pay taxes on it as well for all that. Yeah, it's gotten really tricky now with the shipping. But yeah, I was like, I'm planning on, trying to do like a little wheel giveaway. My plan tonight was, and I was going to try to keep it like at the $4 to make it holla. I was going to go through and spin this off as the prize and as a secondary prize, and I even put it on the thing. A Horde Trooper that unfortunately the bubble has come off the card. I was going to try to re-glue it on there. Right. I'm going to say my wife, she's got a buddy that she plays Final Fantasy 11 with, and he was looking for the original 4-pack of the Ninja Turtles that they reproduced here a few years ago. And we happened to find it because they couldn't find it over there in England. And the shipping on it was going to be outrageous. And then we found out what he was going to have to do too. So he's holding out to either some of this shipping stuff starts to go back down, or if he can, or if he has a chance to come here to America for anything. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, in 2 weeks' time, we will do another. Wait a minute. Hang on. 2 weeks' time from now. Wait a minute. That might be something to This might be the reaction video that I end up doing. Nope. Okay. So the weekend after Memorial Day weekend. Yep, Kip. Behave. But anyways, the weekend after Memorial Day weekend, I will do another round of videos, and that time we will take a look at the movie toys that we've gotten so far and everything, including one that I think a lot of us wish they had went and done with Origins, but they waited and did it with the movie, and I'm talking about the Fright Fighter. Yeah, we'll take a look at like the little, the Kids Core line, the two from Origins, unless like some more come out by then. We'll look at the Chronicles figures and all that. We do have a movie tavern, even though I think you're right, it's now called Marcus Theater. It's well, for me, it's probably about 30 minutes away. It's in Nicholasville. I only say 30 minutes because of the way traffic flows around here. And you know as well as I do, in the bigger cities, something that's 10 minutes or something that's about 10 miles away will take a long time to get to. Yeah, I thought about that one too. I may have to look and see on there when they're showing for the movie, because that would actually be a little bit more. Oh, you dick! Oh, I'm definitely looking now, which means if James watches this video back later, uh, yeah, he may be coming up here on Wednesday the 3rd. I'm gonna have to check with him about that. Special collector's tickets for the movie. Ooh. And see, that's one of those things I hadn't heard anything of. So if that's the case, main reason I was thinking about going to Regal was the fact that the big castle popcorn thing that's got the, like, one of the towers for the castle is supposed to be like your drink holder or your drink. And then you could open up the top of the castle. You could put candy in there. But the fact that also Regal was going to have the power sword as a 44-ounce drink, which would be hilarious watching me try to drink out of that in the movie theater. That'll be interesting. But anyways, we looked at Scareglow. We talked about the movie. We did also talk about the impending Motu Fest coming up. And I said 2 weeks' time we will take a look at the movie figures that has been released thus far. If everybody liked what they saw, please click like on the video and subscribe. And then I will make sure that you guys are definitely added to the eDaddy's Toy Review on YouTube page, so we can keep everything up to date on that one. Like I said, try to start growing this in legitimate members, because I know that the numbers are going to start going down just due to the fact of I know there's a lot of spam ones on there still. So anyways, everybody, I'm eDaddy, your toy collecting guy, the former angry guy. Hopefully none of the figures come out ends up pissing me off, because that's all I need is another warning violation from YouTube and all them about my use of language. But anyways, until next time, keep hunting for those toys, because if we don't hunt them, they won't make them. Later. I'm out as soon as I can hit end stream.